From the women's sprinters, we now take up the cudgels for the men's semi-finals of the 100 meters. Once again, 3 semi-finals, first 2 in each, and 2 on times. And there is Jimmy Vico, co-record holder of co-holder of the European record at 9:86, which he did in both 2015 and 2016. Now on the inside, we have the Polish champion at 100 and 200, Dominik Kopek. He's run 10:26. Then Federico Cattaneo, recently third in the Mediterranean Games for Italy. Similar standard, 10:28 his best. Carlos Nascimento, one of 2 Portuguese Nascimentos to make it through to the semi-finals. At his best, 10:13 this year. And then the man we started with, Jimmy Vico. Well, he's had some problems with injuries. It's interesting to see whether he's in top shape. He has a season's best of 9:91, equal fastest best in Europe this year. He was third 2 years ago in Amsterdam. Then we have Emre Zafer Barnes from Turkey. He's originally scheduled to be Harvey, so a change in the original start list there. So Barnes, former Jamaican, now running for Turkey. Then Reece Prescott, who excelled and surprised a lot of people by making the World Championships final last year, and then a fine winner in the Diamond League at Shanghai this year. Reece yet to break 10 seconds, although he smashed through that with wind assistance earlier this year. Well, Switzerland have now got a good stable of sprinters, both men and women, and Sylvain Vichy, only 7th in the European under-23s last year. He's improved this year to 10:17. And the most experienced man in the field, the defending champion, Giorandi Martina, the oldest in the lineup too, at 34 years of age. But looked good in qualifying today. He was the fastest in the qualifying round at 10:24. So he's already had a run out on this track, which the other top athletes have not. Martina, twice an Olympic finalist, a World Championship finalist as well. He goes in lane 8. So Kopek of Poland, Cattaneo of Italy, Nascimento of Portugal, Vico, the Frenchman, running in lane 4, Barnes for Turkey in 5, Prescott for Britain in 6, Vichy of Switzerland in 7, and Martina of the Netherlands in lane 8. First 2 sure to go through to the final. Fastest men, Vico in 4 and Prescott in 6. So certainly a good start by Jimmy Vico, and Prescott an awful lot to do, and Barnes is well ahead of him. Prescott coming through now, though, very strongly. But it's Vico first across the line, and Prescott, after that terrible start, has done enough to get into second place. And it's sub-10 for Jimmy Vico, the clock showing 9:97. A terrific performance.
Championship record there for Jimmy Vico, and a terrific performance just in the semi-finals. Well, sometimes hasn't produced his best at the finals when he's had a good semi-final run out. It was right from start to finish here. Well, Barnes had a quick start at about 30 metres. It was Vico in front, and Prescott doing so well to come through after a rather poor start to grab the second automatic qualifying place.
And he'll be delighted with the fact that now he has a record that Francis Obiquelio doesn't own, given that he has to share that European record with the Portuguese.
Well, Prescott's got to learn to start better, but 10:10, you can't give that sort of advantage to a man like Vico. And Martina it was who got third place at 10:18, so you quickly see the times there. So Martina may have done enough to make another major final. As it is, we can be sure of Vico and Prescott.
And Prescott does have that strong finish. We've seen it in the Shanghai Diamond League when he came out like a train.
There's confirmation of the result of semi-final 1. Vico, that championship record, 9:97. Prescott, 10:10. And then Martina, 10:18, ahead of Barnes.
Well, we're back on the track now with the second semi-final of the men's 100 metres. Well, we've just seen some terrific running by Jimmy Vico, but we've got 2 very good runners in this race. 2 men who've gone under 10 seconds this year in the names of Zarnell Hughes, co-holder of the European lead at 9:91, and also the man that we thought we were going to see in the first semi-final, but it's been swapped with his compatriot, and we have Jack Ali Harvey running in this, the second semi-final. There we can see Harvey. He's run 9.92 career best a couple of years ago, 9.99 this year for the Jamaican-born Turk, transferred over to Jamaica from Jamaica a couple of years ago. So, Hensley Paulina from the Netherlands, semi-finalist 2 years ago. Gonçalves Nascimento, no relation to his namesake from Portugal in the previous semi-final. Another semi-finalist from 2 years ago. Jack Ali Harvey, mentioned him, 9.99 this year. Alongside him in lane 4, Marcel Jacobs from Italy, converted long jumper, was a very fine long jumper, made the long jump final in Amsterdam 2 years ago, now running the 100. Now this very talented young Briton, 23 years of age, has improved to 9.91 this year. You can see from the blue bib on his chest, co-holder of the European lead. Jan Volko, the Slovak record holder at both the 100 and 200 metres, and a European indoor 60 metres silver medalist in 2017. Youngest man in this field at 21. Zdeněk Stromsik from Czech Republic, the Czech champion just a few weeks ago. And on the outside, a stalwart of German relay teams, the 33-year-old Lukáš Jakubčík made the semi-finals in the 100 metres in Amsterdam back in 2016. So as they go to their marks, from the inside, Paulina, Nascimento, Harvey, Jacobs, Hughes, Volko, Stromsik and Jakubčík. Lanes to keep an eye on. Lane 3, Jack Ali Harvey of Turkey. Lane 5, Zarnell Hughes of Great Britain, Northern Ireland. 2 to go through automatically, 2 to qualifiers, non-fastest automatic qualifiers. Hughes away very well, so too Harvey at this stage. Now the long-legged Hughes, the Briton, really starting to get into its stride and starting to romp away, easing over the last 10 metres. But Hughes takes the victory and Harvey comes through for second place. That's one race that really did go to form.
Well, very impressive by Hughes, because he was just coasting at the end there.
Absolutely, 10.01, easing up.
Yeah.
And you can tell that he's also decent over the 200 metres, because again, just like Daphne Schippers there, just showing his strength over those times. And we've got a season's best there for the Portuguese athlete in third. As we look at that race, again, the Italian gets out pretty well. Jacobs, but then gets left behind, and that is when Hughes just enters cruise control, looks across, sees he's well clear of the rest of the field.
Yes, 10.22 for Nascimento, unfortunately. Not going to see him through. There's still Martina and Barnes were a bit quicker in the first semi-final, but he's got a big smile on his face, and he's going to be part of a useful Portuguese 4x100 metre relay team later on in these championships. Just like in the women's 100 metre semi-finals, Great Britain, Italy, Netherlands and Portugal it is that have competitors in all 3 semi-finals. Confirmation of the times.
As we take a look at this third and final semi-final of the night, again, the 2 fastest go through. And there we've seen the youngster in the field, Filippo Tortu of Italy, Italian record holder. But let's take a look at this field. In lane 1, Christopher Garia of the Netherlands. In lane 2, Jose Lopez, they're representing Portugal. Lane 3, the Swiss record holder at 100 and 200 meters. Alex Wilson qualified with 10:32 in the heats. And here is the man we've briefly seen just then. Got a personal best from this year, went sub 10 for the first time. Filippo Tortu, one of the promising youngsters in Europe. And there is CJ Uja, as he is known in athletics circles. Definitely, again, one of those to look out for. Could be a medal contender. And there is from France, Amaury Golitin, 21 years of age as well, set a personal best this year. And here is the German record holder at 100 meters, Julian Royce. Big support there in the crowd. And from Norway, Jonathan Kwoku qualified with 10:37, the 21-year-old in the heats yesterday. And here are the two men who are currently still in the two fastest qualifier spots, Sharon Di Martina and Barnes. And let's see, quickly going through this field again. We've got Garia, Lopez, Wilson, Tortu, Uja, Golita, Royce and Krauko. And they're out the blocks. Wilson had a good start there from Switzerland, but now Tortu really showing his strength, as is CJ Uja there, the Italian and the Brit clear through to the final. And I'm sure the Italians are really have put their hopes on the young Italian there, really holding himself up against some of the best sprinters in Europe there, the young Italian.
Well, when Tortu went under 10 seconds in Madrid back in June, he was the youngest ever European to have gone under 10 seconds.
.10:22 there for Alex Wilson.
Not quite good enough.
And it is the slowest semi-final of the three of them. So you can see Sharon Di Martina there breathing a sigh of relief, knowing that he would be through.
Meanwhile, always have a look at this replay again. Yes, Tortu very impressive indeed. And it's pretty close. Uja coming back to form, really making sure of that. And Wilson just missing out. But I think there's no question in the 100 meters that the ones who've impressed so far, well, Vico was fastest and Hughes looked terrific. And for me, well, I'll go for Hughes just at the moment, but what a final it's going to be. And this young man certainly in contention for a medal as well.
I'd go for Hughes as well, just simply because he had so much to spare at the end, even if he wasn't running quite as quickly.
There we have the final results of that third semi-final. Confirmation there for Tortu and Uja safely through. And there we have all the qualifiers for the men's 100-meter final, which takes place tonight at 9:50 p.m. Disappointing there for Julian Royce, as a German also bows out.